cereal that's spilled? Did you brush your hair and now there's hair all over the sink and the counter and the floor? Is it the cat? Is it the dog? Is it the coffee grounds? You look in the car and you're like, there's little snacks, the French fry that I dropped, a little bit of the sand that came off the bottom of my feet. I'm not pulling out the big, gigantic, upright. This is ready at any given moment. We're gonna get so much power at the tip of our finger. We're gonna have a 35-minute runtime, which is unheard of when we start talking about a handheld vacuum. And this is the one that would normally cost you $100. $99.99 is what we usually do this handheld vac from YTE. As a best value of the day, as a today's special, it's 55% off. Why would we put something 55% off that everybody already loves? That's our 4th of July gift to you. We actually, I'm very surprised we have all 3 colors available. A beautiful blue, because color's gonna matter. I want you to keep this out. I want you to grab it anytime you want. Do you want it in the crisp, clean, beautiful white, or in the sleek, sexy black? That's gonna get this into your home. Free shipping and handling with Stephanie Roberts from YTE.
Hello.
You are just adorable in your all 4th of July outfit.
And the blue kind of, completes the cycle.
Completes the look.
You got to dress to your hand vac, right?
But I'm telling you, every room of the house, the car, the office, the road trip.
You're going to use it everywhere.
This one.
And the thing I like the most about it is that it's right here charged and ready to go all the time, because it's sleek, it's gorgeous, and you're going to leave it out. So you give it a grab, you analyze what your mess is, and you think, which of these tools, which are right here, is going to work best for me. So I love the crevice and corner tool. It has a brush option that I can just fold in and out depending on what I'm picking up. But it literally focuses the stream of suction so that everything comes right to me. So you were mentioning food. We've been having fun parties all day long. Look around your counters, look around the kitchen table, look around the edges of the floor, and know that you just need a little bit of cleanup. Now this has 200 watts. So look carefully at these lentils. Watch them get sucked into the machine. I'm not going to them. I'm not pushing them. That is what 200 watts does. And that is not something you typically find in a cordless hand vacuum. Now listen carefully.
Max mode.
Max mode. Now look at them fly in there. I love it. How satisfying is that? So maybe that's the kitty litter, the dog food, all the things. You start your day, what's the first mess you make probably? Coffee grounds. Look, seconds. Boom, 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 gone. Fast as can be. So you are going to leave this on your counter somewhere convenient, just like that, in its sleek, lovely look. Any of the tools that you use are going to store right behind so that everything you need is always right here. And rather than seeing the mess and thinking, oh man, he spilled the coffee again, whatever, and getting annoyed and go to work, you're gonna grab it, fix it, and move on with your day. It is so satisfying. If there's one thing that you will use over and over and over and over, it's this, because you need it a little here and a little there. But if you decide to go all in, and in my world, all in means going outside and looking at the car. Because this time of year especially, we're eating in the car, the kids are bringing baseball dirt into the car, maybe you have friends and family tracking in things into the car. You look down into those cup holders and you say, oh no, that is not okay. If I were to just turn it on and let her run and do all the things, 35 minutes of runtime. But do you see how I am able to get into that spot and around here and in this one? When I take my car to the car vacuum place, their vacuums don't get on in there. It sits on top and doesn't give me the suction that I'm looking for. Here's my other mystery of life right now. You can't just go vacuum your car. Have you noticed that? You pay $15 and they advertise free vacuums. Well, that's fine, but I didn't need the $15 car wash. I just want to clean my car. So now you have this and you do it anytime you want on your own all the time.
And that's, when I'm talking about these handheld vacs, the power is usually a letdown. The runtime is usually a letdown. Maybe you bought one somewhere along the way and it was all, again, power wasn't there, it was too heavy, it ran for like 7 minutes and you're like, that's it, that's all I got. This is The latest and greatest. This is the most powerful. The 35-minute runtime is bananas for a handheld vac, by the way. You'll probably find it 7 minutes, maybe 12 minutes. 15 would be high for a handheld vac.
Yep.
32 literally is unheard of. 35, you're at 35.
And 200 watts is also unheard of.
And I'll tell you, is it 1.4?
Yes, 1.4
pounds, which means go up high, go down low. It's got a good size bin to this, easy to clean, removable, permanent filter that's on this one. There's nothing else to do.
The weather doesn't change.
I will tell you, when I was reading the review, Steph, they were saying, impressed of the suction, of all the dirt, the dust, the bits. Love, love, love.
Good.
On a vacuum.
I love that.
Who says that? Someone says, I use this daily. Powerful. I love the Max. They said they love the Max button on it.
This one?
Yeah.
It's satisfying, isn't it? Here's the thing. I love the Max, too, because you don't usually have a cordless hand vacuum that has a power boost, a turbo boost. But have you noticed how little I'm using it? And the reason is, honestly, I rarely need the Max.
Yeah.
Because this has such great continuous suction on a regular run. I'm able to do all the things. All right, so today's a fun day. I'm sure you were doing things with your friends and family. Maybe, as I would do, someone would say, can I help you in the kitchen? Yeah, grab this stuff out of the crisper and we'll make salad. And then they open it and you look at your crisper drawer and you go, oh my God, that's so embarrassing, right? Because all of the things that are on the bottom of your crisper drawer. So what are my options? Well, you could take it out and put it in the sink, and that's cumbersome. I've actually broken the little snaps trying to get it back in. Or you could clean these things dry. So many of the things that need to be cleaned in our world, the silverware drawer being another one, they are actually better to clean dry. But the reason we get a wet rag and wipe them out is because we don't have a tool to clean it dry. So this is literally a 15-second job with the right tool. And that's why you're going to use it over and over and over. And not to mention the discussion of why is the silverware drawer so dirty anyway?
I've said the same thing. I don't know what's going in there.
The silverware comes out of the dishwasher clean. I don't understand. Maybe my husband opens the drawer and hides the crumbs in it.
Possibly.
That is a possibility. Sorry, honey, I love you. But it just doesn't make sense to me what else could be happening.
What they're telling me right now is with the quantities that we have left for this Today Special, we're going to go ahead and call this the last presentation of this particular Today Special on the day. So we've been running this all day. I know it's been very popular, but this will be your final look at the YTE Hand Vac Today Special of 4th of July. This is it. What we have is what we have. What we are presenting right now is what is available to have. Blue is my most popular color option. But again, the reason we give you, why are you giving me color options in a hand vac? Because I don't want you to tuck this away. I want you to leave this out. It looks sleek and slim and modern and beautiful. If you leave a little pop of blue in the kitchen or in the bedroom or in the living room or something like that, that's why we give it that beautiful color. White also available if you just want something that kind of seamlessly goes in with the wall or, its surroundings. Black is what I would get. That's just because all of our stuffs are like grays and whites, and black would kind of be easy for me. But that customer pick was at $100. Even if I got this down to $70, $60, $50, that would be great prices. It's $44.99 with 5 flex on everything, makes it $9, and you're shipping it to us for free.
Absolutely we are. And I push one button, and there goes my mess. Get a little tap. Look at it all coming out there. That's everything that's in there, right? One button push. And while we're zoomed in close, I want you to see in the actual canister, this is all the space that you have from here all the way up to here that you're going to be able to fill with the dirt, right? So that is much, much bigger than you would anticipate. So if you've got a really hairy dog, and I do, you know that if you use smaller cordless hand vacs, they fill immediately. And you feel like, okay, this isn't working for me, because then it's just, something I have to keep doing. You've got a lot of space in here to fill. Even better, after you're done, if you want, you can take the filter out. I know you mentioned this, and you can wash it. You can rinse it. You can rinse this out. It's a lifetime reusable filter, and dry it off and put it right back in. So if you want to go to that next level, if it's really dusty, if you're worried about dander, things like that, that's how you get to the next level of cleaning. Again, most of these do not come typically with an external filter like this one does. So I love that. Speaking of things that are dusty, I'm going to flip down my brush. How often do you look at your computer keyboard or even your piano keys and find like a fine layer of dust? You have to be really careful what you put on a keyboard. So I love how this soft brush actually reaches down in and gets in between those keys. So that if I might be a snacker as I work, I'm able to get down there and get it all out. Again, we gotta be really careful. You can't just spray and wipe a computer keyboard.
That was very satisfying.
Watching that come out. And by the way, that
little...
was very fine, too. That was like baby powder fine mess, and we're getting it all off. So I'm a big fan of this brush when we need to get those fine things off. All right, here's a little quiz. Do you know what this is?
Is this a track?
Yes. Okay, it's been about 50-50 on people who recognize that.
What did they think it was?
You could tell who cleans their windows. There were several I don't knows today, and I'm like, you're not cleaning your windows or your sliders. So look down in your slider track. Mine gets the sandy grit from my pavers outside caught in it. And by the way, if it's in your slider track, it's going to end up in your house. So this, again, I do not own another single tool that goes down in my slider track. Talk about satisfying. I love this. Usually I'm up here and I can't get the suction to get it in. So this is getting places where I'm not otherwise getting. And the other thing I really love about this too is that in the north, especially your Midwesterners, I'm jealous your windows are open. The summer night breezes are coming in. Well, unfortunately, the dirt comes in here. So that's the other great place. I grew up with open windows. So I'll put up with the dirt if I can get those fresh breezes.
Well, and I want you to think, how much did you spend on your upright, right? And then kind of break that pie into how often do you use that upright? Are you vacuuming once a week? Some people vacuum once a month, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
This, for 44, you're going to use every single day.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly, right? Whether it's the car, it's the pets, it's the little spill, it's all these places that you look down and you were like, oh my gosh, why in between? Do I have all these little crumbs, the pet hair between the couch? Lift up your cushions. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's so much stuff that gets caught in there, and let's just get rid of it. Oh, look at that suction. See, this is it's the power that's the most satisfying here.
Yes, it's the combo of the power and the small footprint of both the vacuum, because it's so light, you can lift it everywhere, and the fact that that nozzle concentrates the suction so that you can get anything. And there's that washable filter if you want it. Okay, crafters, beads go everywhere, glitter goes everywhere, and they're really hard to pick up. Again, because I've got 200 watts, look at those beads are coming to me. They can't wait to get on in there, right? So even if you've got larger things that you're trying to pick up, I love the way everything gets pulled into the vacuum. That is a sign of suction, and that is not something that you usually see. Isn't that kind of fun?
It's very
satisfying. Fun little game. Satisfying is a good word. Cleaning can be satisfying. We've talked a lot about how we can pull everything in, how we're getting 200 watts. I do want to talk a little bit about the upholstery tool, especially for pet owners. Couple of things I love about this. The fact that it's got the fabric at the top here, it literally grabs on to the dog hair, those little fibers or cat hairs that get stuck down in maybe your microfiber couch or into your fabric in your car. So when you pull back with the vacuum, it pulls them in. So that's a combination of a really well-constructed tool and that 200 watts. So one of the reasons it's great that this is so portable is because we want you to take this out into the car. You're going to want to grab it and go walk over to the couch and do some vacuuming, because this is how maneuverable it is. I'm not lifting the piece of a corded vacuum that's awkward, and sometimes you still have the hose attached to the vacuum and you're trying to go like this. And I know we have other things that come with these attachments, but I don't own anything else other than my YTE that I can move around and get as much done with. So I'm going out to the car, because you know what? Everybody's eating in the car these days, and those darling kids, pick up the car seat and see what's lurking under it, because you know that there are crumbs down there. And this is the same thing I'm going to do inside my house. This narrow footprint, watch this, goes right down into those cracks. And that's where the gunk lives, right? And we're going to get it all out just by doing this. When you get this home, literally my recommendation is walk around in with your hand and use your eyes and say, I spy with my eye something that needs some suction. And you'll just pull it up. And you can do it without any of the attachments. I mean, I'm going into the floor mats here, the grass, the baseball dirt. Come on, baseball parents, grandparents, I know you know that red fine clay from the infield. Oh, it goes absolutely everywhere. And I am going to get it all up in just seconds. So it's a way to make cleaning quick, make cleaning easy, and it works.
So I want to remind you, this is a Today Special that we're doing today. If you're new to shopping at HSN, that means we make it the best value we could possibly make it. It's already a customer pick. Read the reviews, see how everybody loves it. It was normally $100 with the attachments, with the charging base, with the beautiful colors. It's 55% off today as a limited time opportunity. This is your final presentation. You will not see Stephanie cleaning anymore today. We don't have enough quantity to do another one. $9 on a flex pay and free shipping.
All right, happy cleaning. I know it's been a fun day, but now you got to clean up.
I know. Let's make it easy.
We make it easy.
Thank you, my friend.
Good to see you.
Now that we've cleaned everything, let me talk about your bed. Your one place on the planet where you're supposed to feel